Good morning, students. Welcome to the briefing sessions for the upcoming semi-final round of the HKSI Institute case competition. I'm Wendy from the HKSI Institute and is responsible for the case competition. Today, we are also joined by Ms. Josephine Chin, our Head of Membership and Business Development and the case competition project lead. She will announce the case study topic and requirements later in the session. During the briefing, please feel free to use the chat function to ask any questions you may have, and we will address your questions during the Q&A session. Or let us know if you cannot hear the voice or see the slides. Today's session will be recorded, and so there is no need to take photos of the slides. The presentation deck and the replayed video will be shared with all semi-finalists soon. Congratulations to all of you for being selected as the best performer among the 5 or 6 teams coached by your project sponsor. Your team's outstanding performance has impressed your coaches. Please continue your hard work. While the coaches are not required to guide you during this stage, you may reach out to them for advice, depending on your coach's availability. We will inform the coaches about the topic separately. Today, I'll start by outlining the remaining stages and awards of the case competition. Then, Josephine will introduce the case study topic, deliverables, judges' profiles, and the judging criteria for the semi-final round, as well as share some reminders about your roles and responsibilities. Since you may also be curious about the requirements for the final round, we will also address those as well. At the end, there will be a Q&A session. The semi-final round will begin today and continue until 24th February, lasting around 1 month. From the 22 semi-finalists, only 5 teams will progress to the final round. The 5 finalists will be required to attend an in-person panel interview on the afternoon of 3rd April at the HKSI Institute's office at Corey Bay. As semi-finalists, you will receive certificates and prizes during our award presentation ceremony, which will be held on the evening of 3rd April at our venue sponsor, Mercer's office at 1 Taikoo Place, Corey Bay, nearby our office. Please save the date of 3rd April on your calendars, and we'll share more details about the ceremony soon. As our best performer, you'll receive a cash prize of 600 Hong Kong dollar along with HKSI e-credit 600 Hong Kong dollar, which will be credited to your online portal account shortly. It can be used for training courses enrollment, theatre examinations enrollment, and membership renewal. The cash prize will be awarded to you during the ceremony. I will talk about the fast track program in the next slide. In the final stage, the selected 5 finalists will be eligible for additional awards as listed in the table. The champion will receive a cash prize of 12,000 Hong Kong dollar, and the winners may be invited to exclusive events to meet with the industry leaders. For instance, as a special bonus, the finalists of the 2024 case competition were invited by last year's judge, Simon from S3, to present their innovative ideas to S3 engineers and directors last August. So best of luck to all of you. We hope you can secure these amazing prizes. The Fast Track of the Future Entrepreneur Program is a new award for this year's semi-finalists. We have collaborated with the Hong Kong Science and Technology Park, HKSTP. This program is sponsored by Hang Seng Bank and Wolfu Social Enterprise. This program is targeted at local university students and young alumni who are interested in addressing climate change and driving sustainable development through green tech projects. In the middle box, there is an entrepreneurship bootcamp with 300 participants. Under our collaboration with HKSTP, we have reserved 6 of our semi-finalists to participate in this bootcamp. You could participate directly in this bootcamp by passing the selection process. The bootcamp Conduct in English consists of 3 days and will take place from 14 to 16 March, Friday to Sunday. On the evening of March 14, you attend the introduction sessions, while on March 15 and 16, you are required to join for the full day. The venue are HKSTB at Shatin and InnoCenter at Kowloon Tong. The bootcamp includes training workshops and mentoring sessions on day 2 and a pitching session on day 3. You may also have the opportunity to join the Europe and GBA Eco Tours. Approximately 20 teams selected in the panel meeting can receive a conditional offer to join the ideation program. For teams that perform well, you can receive up to 100,000 in seed funding, distributed across 3 milestones, plus the chance to win up to 30,000 in cash award in second cohort. This is the program timeline. The organizer will provide a unique registration link for our semi-followers. Please do not share it with your friends and classmates. You may participate as a full team to discuss your sustainability project from the case competition with your instructor during the bootcamp. If some of your team members are not available but you're interested, you are also welcome to join individually and form your team during the bootcamp. While the program organizer is still arranging the event registration link, please mark your calendar if you would like to join this activity, and the link will be sent by email later. If you have any questions related to this program, please email us and we'll coordinate with HKSP to address your inquiries. Next, let me invite Josephine to brief you on the arrangements for the semi-final round.
Yeah, thank you, Wendy. So may I just, before I start to talk about the topics, etc., so I just want to add on about this program in March, the bootcamp. This is an optional arrangement for all of you as the semi-finalists. Let me tell you more about this program. This is a program that's open to all the students as well. And then what we have arranged with the Hong Kong STP is that because for all the people who join from the public entry, they need to go through some ESG training before they can join the bootcamp. For you as a student, because we explained to them that you have worked with the project sponsors earlier on the ESG project, and that's why they would consider, okay, you have already got some idea about the ESG, then that's why they give us sort of a fast pass ticket for all the semi-finalists to get into the bootcamp. So then once you join the bootcamp on your with the STP's program, and then whether you want to proceed further for the ideation program, etc., is up to you to decide. So what we have tried to do is to work with other organizations to give more exposures to you as a reward for all the semi-finalists. So again, it's an optional program, so you can assess your time whether you have the time and the schedules to join the bootcamp in March.
Thank you, Josephine.
Okay, so before I move on, anything you want to ask at the moment? Seems that we haven't got anything in the Q&A box, so let us move on. Okay, so I'm sure that you are very interested to know what is the topic, right? Because in the earlier stage, you work on different topics designed by your project sponsors. So now all of you, 22 semi-finalists, will work on the same topic. And this is the topic. We'll walk through it together, okay? So the topic is that the chief executives mentioned in the policy address, season Bogo, issued in October 2024, mentioned that we need mentioned a key initiative in enhancing the Hong Kong green finance ecosystem. And I have prepared a screen cap of the policy address for you. And then your team is invited to propose 3 actions to the Green and Sustainable Finance Cross-Agency Steering Group to develop Hong Kong as a leading sustainable finance hub. And you should leverage on what you have learned from the project sponsors earlier. And then you may wonder, okay, what is this Green and Sustainable Finance Cross-Agency Steering Group? The name is very long. So we have prepared a link for you. And then actually they have a website. And then if you click into the website, this is the group. This is a group that formed with all the major regulators in Hong Kong. You can tell from the logo, we have SFC, Hong Kong MA, and then the Hong Kong government, FSTB, AFRC, etc. And we have the photo of all the heads. So assuming that you need to come up with 3 actions and propose to these people, okay? And how to improve Hong Kong as a green and sustainable hub. Okay, so that is the topic. And you could suggest whatever you could think of. Okay. Then next would be, okay, what I need to deliver. Okay, so I understand the topic and I need to come up with 3 actions. And then the deliverables. You need to come up with 2 things. First of all, is a video presentation, not more than 10 minutes. And then with a PowerPoint deck, not more than 10 slides. Okay, and that 10 slides, when we count it, so we exclude the section page or appendix or the reference list. Okay, so that is the 2 deliverables. And then 2 points to remind you is that because we understand that you may split roles on who is going to present which part, but I think all the team members must appear on the video, okay, at least for the team introduction, and then you can go off to show face of, say, certain members in the rest of the video. And then on the format of the video, it's up to you. Okay, maybe you could do just use your iPhone to take a video, or you could have a Zoom sessions and then with a recorded Zoom sessions with the camera showing your team members' face and then the slides deck. All is up to you. Okay, and when is the deadline to submit these 2 deliverables? So it's the 24th of February, which is a Monday. And the timing is 11:59 p.m. We will provide you with a link where you could upload the 2 things and share with us. And then that link won't work after the deadline. Okay, so make sure that you upload all this information by the 24th of February, 11:59 p.m. And all these materials will be reviewed by the judges. And they have about a month to review, and then we will let you know whether you are the top 5 on the 28th of March 2025, which is a Friday. Okay, so that's any questions before I move on the topic and what you need to do as a deliverable and the timing? Okay, no questions? Okay, then I move on. So you know about the steering group, okay, who are them? And then you may wondering, who are the judges? Oh wait, we have 5 judges, okay? We have, they are in the order of their surname, okay? We have 2 regulators, Hong Kong MA, which is the first one with Andrea Chen, and then the 4th one from SFC, okay? And you may also link, okay, so these 2 regulators also they are in the steering group, okay? And then we have Mr. Anthony Zheng, who is a very famous ESG expert, and he's also the vice of the Green Association as well. And you could quickly search it on the website. And then we have Astrid from Simon Lee. We have Simon Lee from Astrid, okay. And this is the this is in Chinese is Ying Fo Yun at the Hong Kong Science Park. And this is the organizations that invite our champion last year to go to their institutes to present to their senior engineer. So a very good supporter of our case competition. And then the last but not the least, the judge is Clarence Tao from the Go Impact. And if you search on the internet, you will know that Go Impact is very active in providing all these ESG training for the financial institutions as well. So these 5 are our judges, and they will review your video and the slide deck after the 24th of February. No questions? Okay, so what would be the judging criteria? Okay, this is the list that we will send to all these 5 judges. They will need to give you marks, total 100 points, and split under 4 areas. First area is about the knowledge and the content. Okay, maximum points 30, and you need to demonstrate a good understanding of the topic that I've just shared with you. And then from the proposed actions, you can show that you have the adequate knowledge about sustainability and come up with the right solutions. And then secondly is the effective presentation, whether you could express your idea clearly in that 10 minutes video and highlight the content during the presentation. And that would count for 30 marks. Third is the creativity, because we would need new ideas for the steering group. So 20 marks will be allocated to whether you have the original ideas and how a wow effect that you could create from your proposed actions. And then the fourth is the discretionary points from the judges, because they may have additional aspects that they're looking for from their different backgrounds. So we allow flexibility of they will give you different extra 20 marks on their discretionary area. Okay, so these would count to a total of 100 marks. And then teams that have the highest marks from all the judges will be the top 5. We'll get into the final stage. Okay, no questions. So 2 more slides before I explain a bit about the final stage. What you need to do as a semi-finalist, we understand that you have a very busy schedule. You still need to study, and you may have part-time jobs, and you need to spend the time with a boyfriend and girlfriend, right? So, but I also want to remind you that you need to be persistent about what you honor. Okay, make sure that you deliver the products on time, and I hope that you also could demonstrate to the judges that you have a good understanding of financial sustainability on how it could be applied in the financial sector, and fulfill the requirement. Make sure that you meet the deadline, and then include all the references or sources, or you need to acknowledge any materials that you refer to. Make sure that you do all this referencing in your presentation and the slide deck. And the content must be original, not copying from someone or generated from the ChatGPT. And all these materials presentation must be done in English. And in case you want to put any logos of a certain company in your slides, you make sure that you ask for the other party's consent before you do so. Okay, last slides for the semi-finalists. I mentioned about 2 deliverables, right? One is the 10-minute video, and the other is not more than 10 slides. Okay, why we want to limit the number of slides? Because we want to hear more about your ideas and how you come up with all these proposals. So this is because I understand that most of you are year 1 and 2 students. So this is just a brief idea on how you may structure your 10 slides. And you could have your own decisions on how you want to do so. And maybe the first slide would be about the background, and then 2 to 7 slides would be the proposed action. That means about 2 slides per proposed actions. And any resources required to make your actions come true. And then any timeline you have in mind on slide 9, and then a summary on slide 10. So that is just a propose or the guidelines for you to structure the actions, the slides. And then for the video recording, because I attended some of the presentations that you did with the project sponsors earlier, and I want to remind you on 3 points. First of all is look at the camera while you're presenting, because I noticed that some of you, when you present to the project sponsor earlier, you have your script on the iPhone, and then you will just keep looking at the iPhone and not looking at the project sponsor. So try to improve in this area. Look at the camera while you're recording, and if you'll be able to get into the top 5, make use of the good eye contact with the judges in person later on, and use pointer if your slides are busy, because I noticed that some of the slides are with very small fonts, and then you may have graphs earlier, and then it will be a bit difficult for the others to follow which part should I look at if the slides are very busy. So it would be helpful if you use a pointer if possible. And then the last thing is, do not just read out the slides, because I understand you have the scripts, and then you may have a lot of things written on the slides. But I think no matter judge is looking at your video only or meeting you in person in the final stage, they want a more conversational interaction with you. So try to make the video recording more conversational as much as you can. Okay, so these are the three tips I want to highlight to you. So before I move on, no questions. Okay, so then just a brief touch about the final. If you could get into the final, these are the things that you need to do. We will give you 25 minutes per team to meet with the judge in person at our office at Quarry Bay. Okay, and then what you need to do is you need to do an in-person presentation to the judge. Okay, you could either use the same deck as mentioned here. You could use the same deck which you prepare for the semi-final, or you could create a new one for the final round. It's up to you. And then not more than 15 minutes presentation, because we need to leave some time for the judge to ask you questions. Okay, so there will be a presentation, and then the judges will ask you questions in the final stage. And then when is it? It's on the 3rd of April, which is a Thursday, afternoon 2:30 to 6. We'll have all the 5 teams presenting. So I would suggest, because you don't know whether you could get into it, I hope, and I'm sure that you will try the best to get into the final stage. So mark the date. Okay, I'm not sure whether you have classes or so mark the date first. And then there are 3 points as shown on the slides that we would like to highlight to you at this stage. I've mentioned the first point about the presentation deck. And the second point is about the absence of the whole team will be regarded as withdrawal from the competition. Okay, so of course we hope we can see all the team members on the final stage, on the final presentation. But in case just some of you can't make it, so make sure that you have at least one person, okay, joining. And then based on our experience in the past, is the whole team will come for the final stage, because it is a very valuable experience that you could also meet the judge in person. And then marks will be deducted if some of the team members can't join as well. So that is one of the reasons why all the team members will come in the past. Okay, so take note on that. And then for the final stage, we won't change the topic. It's the same topic. Okay, just about how you present it, and then explain to the judges or address judges' questions. And then for the final stage, we will arrange live streaming. For other students who join the case competition, they maybe couldn't get into the semi-final, but they could still learn from the peers. So we will have arranged a live streaming for all the people of the case competition 2025, and then all our other student members, and then the university's representatives may also be interested to know how the students are doing in the final. So we'll also invite the project sponsors to watch the live streaming. And then for those who join the live streaming, they won't be able to ask questions. Okay, so the finalists only need to address the questions from the judge. And then if you're the top 5, okay, you won't be able to get into the live streaming, because all of you will be joining us before 2:30, and then we will arrange the order, the ballot to decide who will present first and then last, and all of you will be in a contained environment, and you won't be able to watch the live streaming. Okay, so that is as mentioned earlier, save the date, and then for saving the date, not just for the afternoon finalist presentation, and you also need to mark your evening as well, because the finalists after the presentations, we will discuss with the judge about who is going to be the champion, first runner-up, etc. And then all of us will go to the Mercer's office, close to our office at Quarry Bay, to attend the award presentation ceremony. So we need to mark the whole afternoon plus the evening for the 3rd of April. So in case you would like to have an idea about how the award presentation ceremony would look like, we have some link which shows the previous 2 years highlights with you. So it seems that we don't have any questions so far, right? Okay, so no questions, right? Okay. So then a few administrative points. This is the QR code that will bring you to the evaluation form. I think Wendy has already sent the link to you to invite your feedback on how your experience with the case competition so far. And if you have already done so, thank you very much for your feedback. And you haven't done yet, so please scan the QR code and then please try to complete the form today. And then if you have any questions after the briefing today, so you could contact us at casecompetition@hongkongsi.org. And then Wendy and I will help you throughout the process. Oh, we received one question from the student, so let's be.
Oh, there is a student asking how do we register for the entrepreneur program, which we collaborate with the HKSI, and are we going to have a link? Yes, you're right, and we will send you a link by email later, as the organizer is arranging the registration link for our semi-finalists. So please stay tuned to your email, and we'll inform you as soon as possible. Thank you so much. Another question is
how could we redeem the cash reward?
Okay.
Good question.
Good question. Yes. The cash award will be presented to you during our award presentation. So please join the ceremony on that day. In the past, we'll prepare a check, and later on we'll ask you to have your bank account name for us to arrange the check, and that on that day we'll pass the check to you.
So there will be a few more communications to check your email.
Yeah,
and in case you still haven't got anything, say in mid-Feb or so, then you can just reach out to us and we'll help you on this.
Okay, another questions. And the student said, can we still have the contact with your previous coaches?
Yes, you can. They don't have the obligation to coach you because you are now in the next phase of the case competition, but feel free if you would like to seek their feedback also. Yeah, and understand that they are all very nice people.
Yes. One more question. So everyone, does everyone need to attend the award presentation ceremony?
I would highly encourage, because you meet a lot of other practitioners, because we will also invite the judge and all the project sponsors, because you work with one project sponsors only, and actually we have 23. So in the award presentation ceremony, you were able to meet with other ESG professionals in other organizations. So I think it is not a must, but I think it would be very beneficial to you to make the time to meet with all these practitioners. Yeah.
Yes. And on that day, we'll also invite your coaches to present the semi-finalist certificate to you. So we highly encourage you to participate to celebrate together. Okay. Another question is, are there any size limitations for the presentation video?
Good question. Any? I don't know.
In the past, we don't have any size limitations, but we recommend you to send us maybe an MP4 file to upload on the designated link. Yeah. Okay.
So you may if that is the case, because I understand that there may be a lot of I don't know what you prepare, and then in case you worry about whether you could upload it on the last minute, because our deadline is 11:59, and then at that time we can't help you because we're at home. So if that is your worry, then you may try to upload something earlier. Because Wendy will send you the link around
maybe around 1 to 2 weeks before the
1 to 2
deadline.
weeks before the deadline. So you will probably get it by mid-February, because the deadline is 24th of Feb. So you may try to upload something on the link, and then you will have an idea about whether your proposed deliverable with a certain size is okay or not, and then you can try it out. Okay, because you could delete that trial files anytime before the 24th of Feb.
Yes, and just yes, thank you, Josephine. And just a reminder that please only upload one video and one presentation deck as your final version. Yeah.
Well, so what if there are more than 2 files in the deck finally? Then what will you do?
Last year, we will check with the semi-finalists to double confirm which version is the final one, because we will only send one video and one deck to the judges to avoid their confusion.
But do help us to just limit to 2 files.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
But it's okay, you want to text.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like to wish all of you a happy Chinese New Year next week. Okay, so if that's the case, then we'll contact us if you need any help.
Yes.
And then we're looking forward to receiving your deliverables by the 24th of February. So I think that would be the end of our briefing. So work hard, okay?
Yeah. Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.